My name is Edna Perez. I was born in San Diego, Texas, 1951. We lived 10 miles out of town in a ranch called Chipitin Ranch. An average day living at the ranch was getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to catch the bus to go to school, and afterwards the bus would bring us back at around 4 o'clock. We mostly had time to play outdoors and do our homework, and we ate dinner at 7 o'clock when my dad got home. My mom used to love to cook. She learned on herself. One of my favorite was enchiladas because she made it from scratch. Then she basically made everything just so tasty with no cooking books or no school taught on cooking. Growing up, we were 9 siblings, 2 boys and 7 girls. The oldest was Victor. The next one was Anna. Then it was myself, Edna. Then my brother Bobby. Then Belinda. Then Irma. Then Betty. And then Nora. And then Melissa. We all enjoyed playing together. We were a close family. One of my favorite memories at the ranch was when my dad had to brand the cattle and we got to ride the horses, and we all played races on them, and we enjoyed just having that whole family togetherness. One of my favorite animals was a horse called Bronco because he was a small horse, and we also had some other little horses that we got to ride without no supervision. We were engaged for a year, and we ended up getting married in May. My parents were not very happy about me getting married. They thought I was too young. I was 20, and I believe he was 22. My dad and my mom gave me a great wedding. After the wedding, we went to live in Angleton, Texas, closer to his family. We had 2 boys and a daughter. My firstborn died from spinal meningitis at the age of 2 years old. And my daughter ended up getting married and having 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 daughter. My son also got married and had 1 daughter. I believe that going from a ranch to a city was quite a change because the families weren't as united as they were from a small town. The lifestyle was fast-paced. It took a little while getting used to it. Well, I went through different stages. When I was maybe in the 5th grade, I wanted to be an airline stewardess. Then when I got to junior high, I had the ambition of being a teacher. And then when I ended up finishing school, I was torn between so many educations that my dad was very strong spirit, very strict, so I didn't have the possibilities to do what I wanted. So I ended up going to beauty school and getting my license on that. And then I decided to be a housewife and ended up raising 2 beautiful kids. When we had serious problems between me and him that I didn't know, he decided he wanted to move on, and I ended up raising your mom and dad and your Theo by myself. The first few years were a struggle, but then I realized that I was a strong woman and I could raise my kids with God's will, and that's what I did. Yes, I do. I think that I would have wanted to really get to know the person before getting married. As far as having my kids, I have no regrets. When you have a baby and they're put in your arms, it's a feeling that you can't really express seeing that little tender, innocent little thing that you carried for 9 months, and all of a sudden you have them in your arms. You just wish and pray that you can do the best you can with them to protect them, love them, and nourish them in every possible way you can. That's one thing that never changed. Well, I take that back. The distance was better because I could see that my older sisters and the ones that were married, they were close to me. But the younger ones were about 4 hours away from me, so I miss them growing up. I enjoy cooking because it brings joy to my family, and I like being able to nourish them and being able to know that they have eaten and that they can feel good about themselves. When you eat, you feel content. It gives you pleasure. I think I enjoy cooking because of my mother was a great cook. She learned on her own, and she brought joy to us. She always made sure that we were fed and made sure that that was one of the main parts in a mother, to nourish her kids. And I wanted to follow her steps. I wanted to make sure that my kids were fed. Bye, Avery. I love you.